You good?
Yeah.
I just saw this hilarious thing.
What?
It's like this. It's like a post that says roses are red. April is gray, but in a few months, and then a picture of Justin Timberlake. It's gonna be May. I love that skiff so much. From like that song, that's like one of my favorites.
I saw one. It was really great. It said, "Hey guys, it's almost April. You know what that April's come up or something like that." It's like, you know what that means, and it's just a picture of uncooked ramen noodles.
I don't get it.
Justin Timberlake's hair in the 90s. Like ramen noodles.
Oh, good time.
It was so good.
That is some good time. Welcome to a random episode.
Yay!
Cailin, I've gathered you here today in your house.
Yeah, I don't really... You said you had stuff to talk about, and I don't know... Like, we didn't talk about this before, so I'm really nervous.
Well, first of all, I've got a couple things. First of all, I created parts of the perfect movie ever. It might not win all the Oscars, but it's a perfect movie. I didn't, finish it.
Okay.
So if you want to help...
Oh, we're going to workshop this. Is that why we're here today?
Part of it.
Dara and Cailin workshop a movie.
All right, so... It's a kind of action comedy.
Oh, okay.
It's like a Charlie's Angels type thing, but with men. So the three Charlie's Angels men are going to be Chris Hemsworth, Chris Pratt, and Chris Pine. Yes?
Okay, yeah, I'm down.
And their costumes are either going to be shirtless, well-tailored suits, or sweaty in t-shirts that are clinging.
Okay, yeah.
And I was trying to think, because I was talking to somebody else with this, and I was trying to remember the characters from, I don't know any of the characters from Charlie's Angels. So there's Charlie, there's Charlie.
Yeah.
The main, in the show, it's a guy who runs the whole thing.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a woman. I don't know who it's going to be, though. I was thinking with somebody, and we were trying to make people who have the kind of the name Chris in it.
Okay.
I don't want to do that, though. I kind of want it to be Allison Janney.
Oh my god. I love it. Please.
And then there's a character, there's Bosley, who I don't know if he's a villain or a good guy. I'm not 100% sure, but I wanted it to be Kristen Bell, which would be hilarious. And then I want there to be a couple villains. One is a femme fatale who I haven't picked the name of, but which she has a dry sense of humor.
Okay.
And the other one's gonna be
She-Go.
Kind of. And the other one's gonna be a villain who's kind of did you ever see MacGruber?
No.
Okay, well, there's the Val Kilmer villain who's also kind of evil but kind of funny.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can say his name. That's
okay.
I can kind of say his name.
What is his name?
His name is Dieter von Kuntz.
Oh, no.
But that's going to be played by Chris Evans, so we get all the Chris's.
Nice.
But I don't know who the femme fatale and they don't need to be working together.
Right.
And then it's just this hilarious, epic action comedy. So workshopping who's going to be the femme fatale. And what do you think?
Can it just literally be She-Go?
I don't know.
It's nothing's changed at all. It's just
we need an actress. We need an actress to play her, though. It can't just be an animation thing.
Sure. It's literally just
No,
rips.
it's going to be weird if they're... No. I want an actual woman.
Okay. Hey. What do you...
I'm trying to... I don't know. That was my thing. I don't know who this could be.
Okay.
What female actors do you have a crush on right now?
Oh
no, I got it. Well, Tatiana Maslany. Brilliant. I just made this.
Perfect.
We did it. Somebody, Hollywood, you need to pay me for this idea, but you can have it. But I want money and recognition.
Also, I heard they're making a live action Kim Possible. Can Tatiana Maslany play She-Go? It'll come full
I heard
circle.
about that too. Did you hear about who they want? I've heard this one thing that they wanted to, who might want to play Kim Possible.
Okay.
Hold on.
It's probably some girls I don't know.
No, I think they wanted the girl who played Cheryl Blossom.
Oh, seriously? Actually, no, I'd be okay with that.
Look-wise.
Yeah.
She would be. I'm trying to... Yeah, I don't know where I can find the...
I'm going to be auditioning for the part of Ron Stoppable. Thank you.
So, it's Disney Channel, though. So I don't know if they can get Tatiana Maslany.
Well, you can get me to play Ron Stoppable.
That just came out a month ago. So...
If anybody only listens to the show and has never seen me before, I I am blonde and awkward, so it'd be perfect for the part.
But I'm kind of wondering, what are they going to get for Rufus? Are they going to get an actual naked mole rat?
Do ugly CG. I bet it's terrible CG. I bet it's ugly CG.
But Rufus.
Naked mole rat.
I love Rufus, though.
Rufus.
I also kind of wanted to. I was thinking, because we were going to try to do like an Oscar podcast when we were like away from each other.
Yeah.
Even though the Oscars were 2 weeks ago. And also, the Oscars are really boring this year, guys.
Yeah, they weren't really too exciting.
Like, nothing was really interesting. Like, last year had like the big fuck up.
Oh, yeah, that was the thing.
And
this year's like pretty chill.
It was boring. Like, even though like all of the song performances are kind of yeah.
Hey. The only song performance I cared about was I'm a big fan of Sufjan Stevens, so I was excited to see him perform. His performance was super short though. It was like literally like a minute long, and then all the other ones like sounded like super pitchy.
Yeah, I'm just like whatever. Most of the awards I would say were very predictable.
Yeah,
like all the acting was predictable. We all knew who was going to win. I'm glad that they won.
Yeah, everyone seemed like they deserved to win.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what I thought was like a bit like shocking that it won. I think the big ones that were shocking was that a lot of people thought that the song from The Greatest Showman was gonna win.
Yeah,
and then it was the song from Coco.
Yeah,
which I've heard. I don't know if I haven't heard a good version of the song from Coco. Is that a good song?
It is. It's like in the context of the movie, it's really great. I saw Coco only just recently, and it was a really, really wonderful movie. The song in the context of the movie is really lovely, and so I feel like it's hard to hear it outside of the movie and like get it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I said before, in the context of the movie, it's a really lovely song.
I would say the only funny thing is apparently somebody stole Frances McDormand's Oscar.
Seriously?
She got it back.
Oh, good.
I just saw this thing because I forgot about it, and it's apparently like he pled not guilty, even though I think there's evidence of him like kissing it.
Oh, okay.
Not like full on making out, but like, you know. What are the Oscar movies that you saw? Did you like?
Not enough. I only saw a couple.
I saw 4, and
I saw 2.
The winner, The Shape of Water, my parents actually just rented, and are probably gonna watch it tonight or Monday.
It's so funny you say that because my dad rented that last night, but we didn't get to watch it, and also I wouldn't watch that with my parents.
I didn't watch it with my parents because I was like tired, and I was at the gym and I was tired. And they told me about it this morning because we got it for a 2-day rental, so I can, watch it. Yeah. And they were like, they didn't really like it, but it was a movie that I'm like, I kept saying to them, I don't think you're going to like it.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised. My mom said it was really well done, though.
Yeah.
I love Guillermo.
Guillermo.
So the 4 I saw were Get Out, which you saw.
Yeah, I saw Get Out.
That one, I love that movie.
Yeah.
That was really good. Lady Bird, 3 Billboards, and Dunkirk are the ones I saw.
Did I only see Get Out? Oh, that'd be terrible if I only saw Get Out.
You might have only. Did you only?
I think I only saw Get Out. I'm so bad. I saw Coco.
Out of those 4, I only think Get Out's like probably my favorite. But I think that's because like since it came out so early in the year, I just I've seen it several times.
Yeah.
But it is so good.
So just an incredibly well done movie, and I'm so glad that Jordan Peele got the Oscar for best writing on that.
My only thing with that, I'm really happy he won it too. But I kind of wanted Kumail and Emily Mangiani and Emily V. Gordon to win.
Yeah. Everyone who was up for that category was great. And I wouldn't have been disappointed with anybody who got it.
I love the Big Six so much, and they're just so cute, and I wanted them to win an award. But I'm happy that Jordan Peele won something. So and Get Out's good script.
Yes, very good, very very well done.
My thing is I don't think I loved Lady Bird as much as other people did.
Yeah,
I liked it a lot. And like, but everybody I hear about then they talk about it, they love it.
Maybe it's because you never went to Catholic school.
No. No. I think part of it's also there's like some like characters in the movie who I knew in high school and hated them.
Oh yeah, those
like kids who were like into like kind of like punk-ish kids.
Yeah.
Who were just like way in their head. Yeah. There was like several of those characters in this movie, and I hated them so much. And I even hated like the character of Lady Bird for a long time, but I get why I needed to hate her. And then like her in the end. Dunkirk. I really like Dunkirk. Cool. Like it won a lot of like the special effects awards. I think it's well deserved. It was a really well made movie.
Yeah. War movies just make me really tired. And so I feel like I can't appreciate them.
I will say it's pretty, for a Christopher Nolan movie, pretty short.
Really?
It's like, trying to think, I think it's under 2 hours.
Oh, wow. Nice. Good job, Nolan.
And also, like, It's kind of more just like focusing on the filmmaking.
Yeah.
Because I'm fine with it winning all the filmmaking awards and not like acting. Like there's some good actors in it.
Right.
But it's mainly,
It's like an ensemble cast, though.
We got Kenneth Branagh in it, Tom Hardy's in it, Cillian Murphy's in it, Harry Styles is in it.
Yeah.
He was fine.
Huh.
Three Billboards, I literally saw 2 days before the Oscars.
Oh, nice.
That movie I really liked it.
Oh, yeah.
It's really dark, but I really liked it. And I'm the type of person where I'm like, if you won an Oscar, maybe like I kind of like don't want you to win another one because I'm like, one's enough.
Yeah.
But I think I'm kind of changing that because like Frances McDormand, oh my God.
Yeah.
She was so good.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved her so much. And I'm also happy that Sam Rockwell won, even though I heard there's some controversy with that character.
Oh, really?
Because he's kind of a character who is, he's a bit just like racist.
Oh, okay.
A bit.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I thought it was something, I find on Wikipedia, but it's actually a lot of people are like doing the billboard thing to like find people.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
But like the character, Sam Rockwell, like he's not a good character. He's not a good guy.
Right.
And he is just like, he'll beat up anybody and he's racist and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And people are upset that like he kind of like gets redeemed in the end.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't say he gets like redeemed. It's like the beginning of his redemption.
Oh, okay.
And also considering this movie, basically, probably I can count like on my one hand how many of the characters in Three Billboards are actually like good, decent people.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like it's Peter Dinklage, Frances McDormand's son, her friend, kind of,
Yeah.
and then Woody Harrelson to like an extent. He's not great,
Right.
but like even like Frances McDormand, like her character, like I sympathize with her, and she's just like a really well-rounded character.
Yeah.
She's kind of a bitch. There's like literally a point when because the whole thing is like she puts up these billboards to like because the police have made an arrest with her daughter's killer, rapist and killer. But it's not because the police are corrupted or anything and like they're protecting somebody.
Yeah.
It's because there's no evidence. They don't
Right.
have anything because the case went cold. And Woody Harrelson trying to like explain that to her, and even saying like because the thing with his story is that he's dying of cancer.
Okay.
And so like he kind of like says that to her, like I'm dying, I got cancer, and she's like everybody's dying. God, like, and like that was my favorite thing about the movie. I don't know if that movie got nominated for a screenplay.
I think it did. It did. It got nominated for Best Original Screenplay.
Yes, I would have fun with that movie winning the screenplay award too, because it was just like I loved every time a character just talked. It was so good, so I recommend it. It's a really dark comedy though.
Yeah.
And yes, so but I still want to see a bunch of the other ones, and I'm probably gonna watch Shape of Water soon, which I'm so excited about.
Yeah.
Because I'm glad Guillermo got an Oscar stuff.
Yeah, good for him.
Because now we can maybe make that Haunted Mansion movie that we deserve. That we fully deserve. And I'm trying to wonder if he's got... I think the only thing that might be coming out with his soon is... I don't know if he's... I think he's just producing the new Pacific Rim movie.
Yeah, it definitely has a different feel. I don't think he's like...
I think he's
as involved in it.
Producing it.
Okay.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
That is totally fine. Yeah, I think he's just a producer on it. But I kind of want to see the movie. Have you seen the first one?
First Pacific Rim? Yeah.
It's good. It's fun.
I like giant fighting robots.
It's fun. And this one has got our boy, John Boyega, in it.
John Boyega.
I love John Boy. I've loved him more.
He's so lovely.
Did you ever see those, like, I think Vanity Fair does it. It's, they get, like, people when they're, like, I love the way, like, the internet's kind of, like, creating these, like, new fun ways to, like, promote, like, movies and stuff for, like, press tours. And one of them's, like, the Fear Box.
Oh, yeah, the Fear Box.
There was the one with for Star Wars, and it was him and Gwendolyn Christie. And he's just, like, screaming, and it's hilarious. Because there's, like, one with the lizard, and he actually looks like high-pitched screams.
Oh, my God.
And I'm like, I love you.
He's such a good dude.
I hope he's an actual really good dude and not just, like...
He just, like, seems like a good dude.
I think he's a producer, actually, on the new Pacific Rim movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
He cares.
Nice. Good job.
So that's, I don't know if there's anything more about Oscar stuff that I needed to talk about. It was just a really boring Oscars.
Yeah, you didn't really miss much.
No, yeah. Like, Jimmy Kimmel was fine. Some of his gags were fine. I didn't care. What do you think about them trying to, I think they were trying to, like, say, like, we're diverse now, which I don't know how well that worked.
You just got to keep working on it.
I mean, granted, I liked what they did when they were announcing like the actor and actresses things because since Casey Affleck kind of like stepped out of that.
Yeah.
Which like I don't know 100% if he did everything that he did, just like doing my research.
Okay.
But I think it was smart of him to bow out.
Yeah.
So that was cool. Were you upset that the girl who got nominated for cinematography didn't win?
Yeah. I mean, it was like really cool to see her nominated, and who?
Roger Deakins, who apparently never won before. And he's like a big name.
Yeah. So like that's why I wasn't like it wasn't a big deal because that was for Blade Runner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like,
did you see that?
No.
Okay.
But no, from what I've seen, like it's fine. Like,
listen, like she recently did the cinematography on Black Panther. She's fine.
True. Yeah.
God, Black Panther was so. If anybody has not seen Black Panther yet, go see Black.
It was so good.
Yeah, or you know, you could wait until AMC has their whole "we're playing every single Marvel movie" thing.
Mm-hmm.
You sure about that?
Yeah, it's like 30 hours.
Like 30. I think it says 31 hours.
That's a lot.
I kind of would want. I don't want to go to the whole thing because that's like way too much. That's like
a lot.
But I'm like, well, there's like some movies that I'm missing. I don't think I need to see all of them in order to watch Avengers: Infinity Wars.
No, you don't need to see them in order. I mean, it helps, but
I'm thinking like, okay, well, I'd probably go for like the ones that I haven't seen, which is only I think like 6.
Yeah,
and then the ones that I haven't seen in theaters, which is 2 of them. Mm-hmm. Like either like if I haven't seen them, and like most of them I've seen in the theaters. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, but that's like, and then there's still like gaps that like I could probably leave and go do something else, but that's only like a couple hours of gaps. So I don't know if I actually would want to do that. I might just be like, you know what? I'm just going to find them somewhere else and watch them.
Or you could be like me and just have already seen them already. I've seen all of the Marvel movies already. I didn't fully get into this whole thing of like, I'm really fascinated by like the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe and like the structure and how everything works. Yeah.
And the storytelling of it, and maybe comparing it to DC because like structure, and I really want to write something on this, and I probably will when I get my shit together and actually remember to do it. Cailin texted me a reminder. Do this thing.
Do the thing.
But
do it.
So, but I didn't get into it until probably when I saw the first Avengers, which was just kind of like that's like the movie. Like I feel like there's like several Marvel movies where if it's like not great or like it's like kind of like a misstep, it's fine. Mm-hmm. And there's other ones that if it was a misstep, it would have been really, really bad. Like the first Iron Man or the Avengers.
Yeah.
Or Guardians of the Galaxy, I think is one. Maybe the second Avengers, kind of a bit. I don't think Civil War was. I think if they messed up that, it wouldn't have been a huge deal. Mm-hmm. Black Panther, if they messed that up, that would have been bad.
Yeah, that would have been really bad.
They didn't,
but they didn't,
so it's good.
It's all good.
And I feel like I think Infinity War is also going to be thinking if they screw that up, that's not going to be good because like that's just like whoosh.
Yeah.
I was like looking on the Wikipedia for that, and just like they added like the more actors who are going to be in it. It's all like the side characters. I'm just like, God damn, like that movie. There cannot be. I feel like in that movie there can't be any character development, which is fine. I think that's fine, and like I'm fine with like the individual movies being the character development, and just having like the Avengers not being character development.
Yeah, it's more for like just pure geekery.
And that last, did you see the last trailer?
I didn't.
Do you not want to?
I don't know, because I want to see it anyway, so I'm really weird about watching trailers when it's a movie that, like, I've already wanted to see, because if I'm, like, already going to see it, I don't want to be, like, spoiled for anything in the movie, like, zero. Like,
yeah, I think see anything. My thing is, like, with the last trailer, I liked it, but I'm just kind of like, oh, that's probably, like, I wasn't, like, awe-amazed. And I'm just like, I'm still excited. It's still going to be a really good movie, but like I'm not amazed by what you're showing me yet, but that's okay.
Right.
This one kind of amazed me.
Oh yeah.
There's so much little bits, and there's like character interactions.
I've seen some of the character interaction parts in GIF form.
My favorite's probably either the one with Star-Lord and Iron Man.
Yeah.
And then there's the one between Peter Parker and Doctor Strange.
I saw that one.
That one's great.
That was really funny.
But I remember, like, there was, like, an article saying, like, from the trailer, like, oh, yeah, Wakanda's going to play a big part. And I'm like, I kind of knew that.
Yeah.
Like, it looked like Wakanda was going to play a big part, which is good, because...
Which is fun.
Who doesn't love Wakanda?
Everyone loves Wakanda.
God, Black Panther was just so good.
It's a good movie.
We can talk about it forever.
Yeah, we could. But...
There's other trailers from Disney that I want to talk about, too. There was, like, the Mary Poppins one, and then the new Winnie the Pooh one, Christopher Robin.
Oh, I saw the Winnie the Pooh one.
That one might. I think that looks good. I don't know.
It looks really cute. Like it's like one of those. It's one of those trailers that like you don't think you're gonna like. You think it's gonna be fun watching it, but it really does tug at your heartstrings.
I think somebody said it looked like Hook with Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, that's what my thought was.
Yeah,
it's like Hook.
I'm just like watching it. And I'm like, oh, this is like a fictional version of Christopher Robin, though.
Yeah,
because like having read about the real Christopher Robin, it's interesting. I'll look it up really quick.
Christopher Robin.
Because it's interesting. Because they just actually came out with a movie about him.
Yeah.
Called What Was It Goodbye Christopher Robin, about his dad who like, wrote all the books. And I think it was like a thing. There was a bit of from Mental Floss.
Yeah.
With John Green talking about it, because the interesting thing, I don't think they're going to bring this up in the movie, and they're probably not going to do it, but his wife in real life was his cousin.
Oh, like first cousin?
Yes.
Ooh. Yikes.
And apparently, like, he wasn't really close with... I think he, like, resented the whole, like using my toys as, like, your moneymaker.
Right.
I think it was, like, a thing, like, he, like, disconnected himself from his parents. Like, I think he got connected back with his father after he died, but I don't know if him and his mother reconnected. So, I don't think they're going to discuss that in the movie, which is fine.
That's okay.
But there's Winnie the Pooh. And then also the Mary Poppins movie. How do you feel about this?
I don't know how I would feel about this, honestly.
Here's the thing. I'm not hopeful 100% for the movie.
Okay.
But I'm thinking, if you needed to recast Mary Poppins, one, probably don't.
Yeah.
Even though I guess probably because Julian just like can't really sing that well anymore because of the voice thing.
Yeah, botched.
But if you need to recast her, Emily Blunt.
Yes.
It's a perfect choice.
It is a good choice. It is a good casting choice.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of like, And Lin-Manuel Miranda's in it.
Yeah.
And I know the plot, and it just kind of sounds simple. So I hope it's just a simple movie.
Yeah, I think, we'll see. We'll see. That one I'm like, yeah.
It's coming out in December.
Okay.
So there's that.
Okay.
I think there was you saw Justice League. How was that?
Oh, yeah. I finally saw Justice League for the first time last night.
How was that?
You know what?
Meh?
I have, like, really interesting feelings about just the entirety of the DCEU.
Yeah, me too.
The whole thing with the DCEU is that, so Justice League kind of had to, like, build itself on, like, some already, like, really unstable foundation. It did not, the whole... Most, like 60% of the problem is a lack of a sturdy foundation besides Wonder Woman. Any criticism that I have about the DCEU does not include Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is like on its own kind of pedestal, like over here. And like everything, like this is perfect. We're just going to keep this the way it is. Everything else we have to fix. So like Wonder Woman can stay like the exact same and everything's fine. Justice League was interesting because it was fun. I had fun with it and I didn't think I was going to have fun with it. I thought I was going to be really annoyed the whole time. Not like a good movie, but... Like, because the thing is, there's a really big kind of difference between, if you look on Rotten Tomatoes, between like critical reception and like audience reception. Like audience reception is like mostly positive. It's like, yeah, hey, this is a fun movie, but critically, it's not a very good movie. And it's cool because I knew, just like watching the trailers, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get really excited about this because I just love watching these characters just doing their thing, and like that's just really fun. So I'm not going to take any of the plot seriously. The villain sucked. The villain was worse than like Marvel villains.
From what I kind of like remember like hearing, it sounded like this was like their Thanos villain. Like cuz like
that that wasn't their Thanos.
Oh, was it?
No.
I was kind of thinking of like isn't it like a magical guy and like there's like a bunch of
I guess like on
in that sense is what I meant.
But I mean like to the scale of Thanos, it sounds like if they keep doing Justice League movies, they're going to build up Darkseid, which makes a lot of sense because I think you got like a really brief nod in that movie. You don't see it, just like mentioned in passing. And yeah, so if they had this whole thing set up right from the first place, they would have done what they did with Thanos in the Marvel movies and kind of set him up to be like the biggest of bads. But no, they had this like dumb Steppenwolf guy, and he was just bland as a villain. Really, really the worst. And apparently, so I was reading up this movie, and apparently, like, a lot of things got changed once they bought in Joss Whedon for reshoots.
Yeah.
After Zack Snyder had to leave because of the family tragedy, which is really, really sad.
Yeah.
So, what else can I say? The things that Justice League got right is that, do you care if I spoil?
No.
Yeah, no. So they bring Superman back, obviously.
I knew that.
Yeah, so, but bringing him back, they got
how was the CGI mustache thing?
You know what? I didn't really notice.
I heard some people did and some people didn't.
We watched it on DVD, so like the quality wasn't as good, so it wasn't as clear, so I couldn't really. So some of like the really heavy CG stuff like kind of blended on my TV.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing with bringing Superman back is what they got to do with Superman like as a character, like with his personality. They finally got to fix him so he's right. Like he like finally acts. He's like way more lighthearted than he was in like Batman v Superman and Man of Steel, which is great because my huge problem with Superman's character since the very beginning, and I think this all boils down to like the core problems with the DCEU, is that Superman was like they made him like a kind of a broody character, like kind of broody, supposed to really ground it. It's supposed to be like this kind of dark and gritty kind of reimagining Superman, and this doesn't work with the character of Superman because Superman is is like this truth, justice, and the American way kind of guy, and is really an embodiment of hope, and they say that in the movie. It's they don't do a show, don't tell. They do a tell you, oh yeah, beacon of hope. But never watching this character do you ever feel like inspired or a sense of hope, which is where they got this wrong. And then which created huge problems with Batman v Superman in that these are supposed to be two like very different characters coming together and with two kind of different views of looking at things, but they just are kind of the same person. And it was so boring. I've been saying this for literally the past 5 years. I've been saying this for literally the past 5 years. Like since Man of Steel came out, I've been bitter about this. I've been very bitter about this since Man of Steel came out. And so I'll talk about this until I'm blue in the face. But no, so what they did in Justice League is that when they brought Superman back, he like definitely started, he's like, the character felt like he was shifting to what he was supposed to be. But like the fact that they had to kill off the character and what they did in Batman v Superman, which was combine like 3 major comic plot points, and it was terrible and I hate it. And to get that, it was really tiring. So this movie had to like try to fix what the other movies did, and it didn't really work in some places. And other places it was just fun and I enjoyed it. So yeah, I don't have. So my advice on how to fix the DCEU is to burn it all and start again.
However,
keep Wonder Woman.
I'm about to keep Gal Gadot.
Yeah, no, like literally, like everything that I say is independent of like my feelings of Wonder Woman, which is really great and usually the best part of like anything. Except in Justice League, they like redesigned like the Amazons, like the costumes. So they're way more like scantily clad now. So they're supposed to be like these warrior women, right? But like in Justice League, they're suddenly all wearing bikinis now. Why are they wearing bikinis, Dara? Why the hell are they wearing bikinis? Like, if you're a warrior, why do you want your midriff exposed? That's the squishy bit, and that's where all your organs are. Please protect your organs.
I wonder.
Who designed this?
I wonder. I don't believe this is true, though. I wonder if the men, like whoever designed the costumes, designed it for Justice League first, and then the people for Wonder Woman came in and like did a whole different thing, and it looked a lot better. And people like that, and then they didn't change it for Justice League. I don't think that's true.
No, I don't, like, timing-wise, I don't necessarily think so. But at the same time, like, why would you ever think that? Oh, right. I know, because you're all men, and I hate all of you. Thank you.
Well,
thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Was everybody men? Were the costume designers women?
I don't know, but they still have to get the approval of the, the fellas.
There was a woman. Oh yeah, Zack Snyder's wife was one of the producers on Justice League.
Great.
So there's that.
But still, seriously, why did you put them in like bikinis? And it doesn't make any sense. And I hate everything.
I'm not disagreeing. I haven't seen the movie.
So bitter.
I don't know. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Ezra Miller as Flash is really good though, and Ezra Miller's just a lovely man.
I find the idea of, like, the newer cinematic universe is just, like, fascinating.
Yeah.
I know we talk about it a lot. It's just so fascinating. Mm-hmm. The fact that, like, this is, like, a thing now and, like, a trend. I don't even know when it's going to, like, the only way the Marvel movies are going to, like, stop is if they start losing money.
Yeah.
And I don't see that happening. The only way I could see it happening is, like, after Phase 3, it might die down.
Yeah.
But that's, like, a big might.
Yeah. So they have to, they're going to have to look at that. That's the thing. Anyway, I just want my Nightwing movie, and I heard that's a thing, but I heard they might be putting that on pause.
Is that Marvel or DC?
DC. But Nightwing.
I don't know what's going on. The
Nightwing.
DC's kind of a mess.
DC is a hot mess, but DC has really good animated stuff. So if you're a fan of, if you like the superhero movies and you don't really dabble much in like comic stuff and you don't want to, DC has some really fun animated stuff. So
yeah, I've heard
that out.
I just think like because
from me because I don't stop talking about
yeah, because like I was like thinking like why does the Marvel like cinematic universe like work really well even if like you don't love all the movies as a whole it works and DC doesn't and like besides the fact that like but the like when it comes to like the movies being made the DC movies are pretty bad with obviously Wonder Woman aside
Oh, so okay, that reminds me of a point I wanted to make. So the thing with why Marvel movies work is that when you're adapting a comic book, this is a very interesting thing. When you're adapting something, you have to leave something behind, but you have to keep some things. And learning what and where that is where most comic book movies succeed or fail. Mm-hmm. So Marvel has it all figured out. Because with comic book movies, you need that kind of level of like camp. Mm-hmm. You need that kind of level of willing suspension of disbelief. You kind of need something fun.
I think you need the level of not taking it too seriously.
Exactly, you can't take it too seriously. And where DC movies messed up in the earlier movies, like with Man of Steel and Batman v Superman, it tried to ground them too much. It tried to make it seem like instead of just creating its own separate world for itself, it tried to transplant characters into like quote unquote our world, and that doesn't necessarily work. You kind of have to create your own world for it. And then, but sometimes you can, take from comic books too much and you're just trying to make a visual comic book, which was kind of the style for the 2003 Hulk movie. And that didn't work because if you're just going to make an animated comic book, why are you going to make a movie in the first place? Because you're not adapting, you're just slightly changing things around. So what people have to get right is how much, is how much you're taking and how much you're leaving. And Marvel got it right, and Marvel's problem is they got it right on the first try, and they made every movie the exact same way since.
They're all the exact same?
Not the exact same, but they kept a lot of the same bones for a lot of the movies.
Yeah, I mean, like, obviously, I think with Phase 1, that's fine, because you're just introducing us.
Yeah.
And then, like, you could tell, like, I think you could tell the movies that are, like, definitely a lot different.
Yeah.
And they're the really, really good ones from, like, the ones that are kind of, like, the samey.
Yeah.
And not, like, because there's, like, some, like, there is, I say, like, the Marvel movies range from, like, okay to great.
Yeah.
Because, like we said, I think, like, Black Panther's, like, one of the most different ones, and it's great.
Yeah, and Guardians of the Galaxy and Black Panther are the ones that I think are hardest to compare to that structure that they usually use.
I really like the Captain America ones that I've seen, though.
America's good, though. Yeah.
Like, Winter Soldier's, like, I think, like, works in, like, the comic book sense.
Yeah.
That one's a really good movie. Civil War's, a lot of fun.
Yeah, I just have a lot of fun with Civil War.
Civil War's fun. I had this, like, whole point about, like, comparing those, like, two cinematic universes when I was going to write about, and just, like, other people, like, pointing out, like, points of, like, why DC kind of fails, like, filmmaking aside, and, like, what you brought up about, like, them taking themselves seriously. But then if I think about it, like, if you think about a comic book movie that it seemed like to take itself seriously and works really well is The Dark Knight.
Dark Knight trilogy, I know.
That's not a movie I can watch all the time, though.
Right.
But it's still a great movie.
Yeah, and I think personally, like, I can recognize the Dark Knight trilogy for, like, what it is and, like, the good parts of it.
Oh, I was talking about the second one.
Yeah, the Dark Knight specifically, which is the best out of the three. And, like, why that's good, because it does keep itself grounded, but also, like, I don't know, I feel like you can lose out on some of the fun stuff. And also a really good point about Justice League is when you get all the characters together, like, it's way more fun. Like, oh my god, especially with, like, a lot of the solo, more gritty movies, they try to be like, oh, Batman's this guy who works alone and he doesn't like working with a group and he is, like, this badass guy who kicks butt and is also a great detective. But Batman in a group is so much fun.
Yeah.
Like, Batman in a group, like, seriously though, like, when he's with a group of people and, like, this brings on, like, so many points where I compare. Sometimes I get afraid that Batman movies, it's more like the action, not the fact that Batman is, like, the world's greatest detective. When you put Batman with a bunch of, like, people with actual superpowers, he stops being the guy who, is really good at punching and kicking, because really he's not as good as punching and kicking when you compare, like, with, like, Wonder Woman. And he becomes the guy who's, like, constantly has a plan, and that is a lot of fun. So that's one thing I liked about that movie is getting to see characters who people want to put them, like, in solo films like Superman or Batman, and then putting them, with a bunch of other super powered people. and it's like you get to see them really shine that way. So anyway, I think my rant's long enough on
like
that.
my thing is just like I feel like even if like the DC movies were like even like good or even like as good as like the Marvel ones were, I kind of feel like that cinematic universe would have failed, and I kind of like focus on like the structure of their first phase because it's just like it's kind of not, it's like wrong.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you look at, I have not seen Man of Steel, but the way I look at it is it came out a year after the Avengers. And you can probably tell it's probably in development before. Right. But, like, probably maybe even, like, around the time that Iron Man came out.
Right.
So you're thinking, I have a feeling, like, with Man of Steel, they're definitely thinking, okay, either we're going to make the Superman movie, and we're going to look at the Marvel and see what they're doing. And if this Avengers thing doesn't work out, then we just have a standalone movie and it's fine. Yes. But if it does work out, then like let's add these like little bits in for our own extended universe. Right. So I'm kind of thinking like, all right, like there's a structure thing, and I'm like, well, maybe it's because like there barely are enough like DC movies before you get to the big like tentpole movie, which isn't true though, because I think the Avengers is the 6th movie. Yeah. And then Justice League is the 5th. For the DC. So I don't think that's it. And then I'm like... Well,
and then for DC, one of the movies doesn't even have those characters in it.
Yeah,
so it doesn't even matter.
I'm about to say I have a point.
Oh, sorry.
I have a point to that. Okay, so like with Marvel, with the exception of not counting their big like get-together movie things. Right. With the exception of one movie, they're all intro to character movies. Yes. So like by the time you get to the big one, you don't really need character development for them because you know like not all of them, but the majority of them.
They already had their arcs.
Yeah. And then with DC, you have two origin stories. Your Civil War movie and your Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Yeah. That's what you have. And I'm like, that's not how you do. That's like...
Which are, half of those are movies that you save for later.
Yes.
As Marvel did.
Yeah, you got to earn the trust. So like my thing with Justice League is like, yeah, I know who Wonder Woman is. I know who Superman is. I know who Batman is. I know who the Flash is because I've seen a bit of the show. Yeah. I know that Aquaman exists. Yeah. I don't know who the fuck Cyborg is.
Okay. Oh, that reminds me. I keep talking about this. Aquaman needed a movie. Aquaman needed a movie.
He's getting a movie.
Yeah, he needed a movie before this because Aquaman just isn't like one character. It's a whole world of stuff because there's like Atlanteans and everything that's going on underwater. And there's like a whole backstory that they really brushed over. But there was so much of it that it needed a movie on its own. Flash didn't need a movie beforehand. Flash could have a movie later because Flash is like, yeah, he was in an accident. He goes fast now and he has a couple issues with this, and this. And
no, like I know he's doing 5 minutes. Yeah,
it took 5 minutes. Yeah, it takes 5 minutes to lay out his whole story because it's pretty grounded. Cyborg
needed a movie.
Well, no. If you watch, a lot of Cyborg's kind of plot is kind of tied in with the plot of Justice League. Mm-hmm. So his origin story is very much tied to that plot. So him being introduced there makes a lot of sense. So he didn't necessarily need a movie because his character is so tied in with the main plot of Justice League. But out of all the characters that didn't have origin stories, Batman doesn't need an origin because Batman has 12 movies. Everybody on this planet knows who Batman is. Yes. Man of Steel should have been better. Wonder Woman was fine. Aquaman needed a movie. That's my...
Oh, I agree with like Batman not needing a movie. Yeah. I'm fine with that. I just like, I never knew like with like even like Aquaman and like the Flash and like the other like heroes, I knew who they were. I never knew what Cyborg was. I get that it's like connected, but I would have liked maybe like, hey, here's this guy or like something.
Yeah, like something like a preview beforehand. Yeah, no, I agree.
That's why I think like even if the DC movies were good, I still think people would have said like you're not as good as Marvel. Yeah, because like Marvel was that's kind of like the cinematic universe of Marvel and the Avengers. It's like despite how people might feel about it now, I think people still enjoy it as a movie. Mm-hmm. It's still like a movie, but like historically speaking, it kind of brought in this like whole new trend. Yeah, which I like. Although most of them don't seem to be doing very well. Hint: Dark Universe. Hint, hint. That's dead, right?
I hope so.
I think it's dead. Although there's like the one with like Godzilla and King Kong and like those monsters. Mm-hmm. I don't think that's dead yet, and it probably won't be because they know what they are. Mm-hmm. Like they're just fun monster movies. Yeah. Also, speaking of monster movies, do you have an opinion on A Wrinkle in Time apparently not being that good?
Is it not that good?
Have you not seen Rotten Tomato scores?
Oh,
it's like 40%, honey.
Really?
I just remember you texting me saying it's gonna be good because it's like it's Disney.
Yeah, well, yeah, no, I thought it had some kind of star power behind it that I thought it was good. It was, kind of too big to fail.
This is going around tomatoes. A Wrinkle in Time is visually gorgeous, big-hearted, and occasionally quite moving. Unfortunately, it's also widely ambitious to a fault and often less than the sum of its classic parts.
Okay, what's the score?
40%.
What, like critic versus audience?
Audience is 35.
Ah, damn.
I know. I saw like some people talk about it, like Doug and Rob Walker and Brad Jones, and they did not like it.
Oh wow. Okay.
So I just remember, like, it seemed like you were so excited.
I was excited for it. It looked like it was going to be really cool.
And the fact that I think it's the first time that a black female director got $100 million budget.
Nice. Come on, Ava.
Yeah. Who knows? I haven't seen it, but I kind of read A Wrinkle in Time when I was a kid.
I didn't.
It's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a TV movie, which I also saw. That exists. Also, Tomb Raider came out this weekend. Do you care?
I liked the Tomb Raider video games as a kid. I wasn't very good at them, so I never got far. But I don't know. I wasn't really too, like, stoked about the movie. Not stoked.
It's like the ratings, I think it's like a 49%, which is, I guess good for a video game movie.
Yeah.
I've heard some people say it's kind of not interesting, or it's like, it's eh.
Yeah. It's so hard to do video game movies.
Although a lot of video games now, like, have plots.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if they ever made, like, a movie about The Last of Us, there's a plot. You just need to, like, condense it to, like, certain points.
Right, yeah. Well, that's the thing. Video games are so filled with content that, you have to isolate kind of the main stuff, but still have a cohesive story, but still cover all the information you need to cover. And, yeah, good luck with that.
Listen, it took a while for comic movies to be good.
That's true. It took a long time. We just have to wait another 20
and
years.
And now they're all good, and hopefully soon we'll get a good Fantastic Four movie.
Oh.
By the way, I need to point this out, because I found this freaking hilarious. It's hilarious that there are two actors who have played both the Human Torch and a character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
And everyone loves the character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe so much more.
God, Killmonger was such a good villain.
He was really
Back
good.
to Black Panther.
I just really like Michael B. Jordan.
Me too, and I didn't think he was going to be that good of a villain. I just thought it was going to be like a regular Marvel villain.
Yeah.
Which is, like, for the most part with me, I think with the exception of, like, probably, like, the Phase 1 movies that I've seen.
Yeah.
It's not that I'm trying to think. It's either, like, I like the smaller villains. Like, I really like Robert Redford in Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
And I liked Daniel Brühl in Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
They're smaller villains,
yeah.
but they're interesting.
Yeah. Civil War guy was good.
And then the other ones that are, like, bigger villains, like, I don't like the villain, but I like the actor.
Okay.
Like, yeah. Ronan in the Guardians of the Galaxy. I only like him because it's Lee Pace. And I love Lee Pace.
Nice. Lee Pace.
Helena in Thor Ragnarok. It's Kate Blanchett, just really good.
Yeah.
That's about it. But Killmonger's an actual good villain. He's up there with Loki now.
Yay!
Although Loki's kind of less of a villain now.
Loki has just kind of become whatever Loki is, and that's just the very nature of character Loki.
I do find this interesting. So super spoiler for Black Panther, because the thing was, like, with Loki, they just kept him around because they knew everybody loved him.
Yeah.
And I found it interesting that, like, everybody loves Killmonger, but like he's killed off. I found that interesting.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah.
But I found it interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it worked for the character, I think.
I need to see Black Panther again soon, although it's probably going to be out of theater soon.
Yeah.
Gotta get ready for Infinity War. I didn't know that was coming out at the end of April.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was coming, like, the beginning of May, like most summer movies.
They pushed it up.
Okay.
They pushed up the date, like, 3 weeks.
I mean, I'm fine with it. I just was shocked. I'm like, oh, dang, it's coming out sooner than I thought it was.
Somebody made a decision, and there it is.
It's still going to make all the money.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to go see it.
Everybody's going to go see it.
I'm going to go see it.
We need to know what's going to happen. Who's going to die?
Captain America's going to die, I'm telling you.
Is he going to die in this one or the next one?
Scheisse.
That's what I mean.
No, he's going to die at the very end of this one, and that's going to, it's going to create, like, that long kind of depressive period, but it's going to then inspire people to fight back in the next one.
But I think Chris Evans is in the next one. That's my only thing.
Maybe he's in a flashback.
Okay, that can make sense.
You see, I've been calling this for the past how many years?
No, I never said you were.
How many years have
I never said you were wrong. I just, like, wasn't sure if it was going to be in this one or the next one.
No, I've been saying for literally years that Captain America is going to die in this movie.
I just kind of want to know what everybody's been up to, like, especially, like, on his side that's, like, been on the run for a few years. Mm-hmm. Like, what's been going on with them? What have they been doing besides, the fact that Captain America has been growing an impeccable beard?
Yeah, and just growing his hair out. Yep. Good job.
I like a good beard on a man. I don't know if he's. I feel like I know he's gonna die. I just don't know. I'm debating if it's gonna be this one or the next one.
Yeah.
If he dies in this one, I'm not gonna be surprised.
Yeah.
And if he dies in the next one, I'm definitely not gonna be like. That's like I knew I saw that coming. But like I'm gonna, and then I think Iron Man's gonna die in the last Avengers movie. That's my theory. Also, we're getting a Captain Marvel movie soon.
I'm so excited for Captain Marvel.
Yay!
I'm so excited for Captain Marvel.
I don't know that much about Captain Marvel.
She's just a kick-ass lady, and we kind of they gave her a haircut in the comics at one point, and we kind of have the same hair now. So
yeah, it was what was it? I was watching a lot of Linkara on the top of the fourth wall, and I saw his review of Avengers 200, which is anybody who's seen that and read about it, it's a lot of controversy.
Okay,
did you ever hear about that?
I don't actually know that one.
Well, it's a 200 issue, and it doesn't feel like. Look up his review. I'm going to tell you what happens though in the comic.
Okay.
But it involves Captain Marvel. Although I think at that point, because it came on the 80s, so she was Miss Marvel.
Oh, so that was Miss Marvel, yeah.
And what was it? Like, well, watch his review. It's really funny, but it's just it doesn't feel like it feels like a random thing and not like a special 200 thing. Mm-hmm. But the main plot revolves around her. In the issue before, or something like that, involves her getting kidnapped by a guy. And then him kind of mind controlling her, and then raping her so that to impregnate her with himself.
Oh, yikes!
And then magical mystical pregnancy.
Oh man!
And then she gives birth to him, and then he grows up really fast, and then he's his own father.
I'm really.
And then she like falls in love with him, and then goes back to limbo with him, and that's how they got rid of her for a bit.
Oh.
200.
Wow. Okay. That's a lot going on there.
And, like, apparently and I was, like, thinking, like, when I heard that originally, I'm like, oh, no, are they ever going to do that in the movies?
No.
They're not, because apparently, like, all of the writers are, like, ashamed to have worked on that. And, like,
nice.
they didn't, like, retcon it in a later issue.
Okay.
But they brought her back, and she's just, like, pissed at everybody, saying, like, I was mind-controlled, you idiots! And I'm like, you know what? Good for her.
Good for her.
I don't think this should have happened at all.
Yeah, really.
Called the magical mystical pregnancy. What would we do without you? But watch that episode; it's really funny.
Oh man! Oh yeah, I gotta do that.
So yeah, and I think he said like that was like the worst comic he ever reviewed, aside from Frank Miller's Holy Terror.
Nice.
So yeah, that's fun. Summer movie season's coming up. I think I'm just excited for what else is coming out except for, like there's the Han Solo movie.
Yeah.
I am still hopeful, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go see it. I have a request to see it with somebody, so.
Avengers Infinity War is so... I feel like, because I think a lot of people were worried about that movie.
It's one of those movies that feels like it's too big to be good.
But it's also the Russo brothers, and I know this is the first time directing an Avengers movie.
Right.
But they already did, like, get a bunch... Like, I think, like, Civil War was kind of...
Civil War was like an Avengers movie.
It wasn't like an Avengers movie. I'm saying that also felt like a movie that was, like... It felt, like, too big and it could probably fail, and it didn't.
Yeah, no, I liked Civil War.
So I trust these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it'll be good. Oh, I'm looking forward to Ant-Man and the Wasp, honestly.
I'm neutral towards it.
I like the trailer a lot.
Yeah. The trailer was fun.
It's a good, solid trailer.
Yeah.
I don't know what's coming out. I'm not that excited. I'm like literally once Avengers comes out, I don't really care about the rest of the summer. Mm-hmm. I'll probably find something to watch. You know. I don't know what's coming, I guess. I know that new horror movie that John Krasinski directed is coming out soon.
Oh yeah, that it looked good. I don't like horror, but like
I'll see it, and I'll tell you all about it.
Thanks, but yeah, it looked like a good movie. I heard that like the radio advertisement for that said it was already 100%.
It is. Already. I saw that.
Damn, good job, Mr. Krasinski and Emily Blunt.
Ready Player One's coming out soon. That's actually, from what I see on the Rotten Tomatoes score, it's like 80%. Which is weird because I heard
not too bad.
I heard that book was terrible.
Yeah, it's like a book that like you like if you read it as like when you're really young, you think it's good, and then like you go back to a few years later and go like, oh no, that wasn't really that good. Mm-hmm. But I've never read it, so.
Yeah, me neither. I just heard it wasn't that good. Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot Deadpool 2 is coming out.
Yay!
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
I'm looking forward to all of the jokes. Of that was a long pause. All of the jokes about the Avengers Infinity Wars and the fact that Thanos and Cable are the same guy.
Please make jokes. I hope they do jokes for that.
What's gonna happen with that now that like I guess what's gonna happen with that now considering the Deadpool I guess like I don't think this movie's part of the Marvel universe. Mm-hmm. But I can assume they're gonna make a ton of jokes about how they are now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they gotta.
But I feel
look
like
forward to all those
I feel like
messages.
Thanos is gonna die. I don't think he's gonna die in this movie.
No.
The next movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then he's gonna die. Anything else to discuss? I don't think this random episode was that long, but or is it about long?
It's like an hour.
How do we get to an hour when I'm like?
I don't know.
One day I feel like in my head like all the stuff I want to discuss. It's like about like 30 minutes.
And then we
get
like
it done
do it for like 3 hours.
and then we go.
Yep. And then we keep going. But no, I think we're good.
All right. Do you want to do some plug stuff or are we good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah.
All right. Peace.
All right. Peace. Oh, I thought we were at least gonna do the social media. Follow us on Facebook.
I said, do you want to do that? And you
I thought you meant something else.
No, I meant that.
All right. Sorry. Facebook. Woody Close. Twitter. Woody Close. YouTube. Woody Close. iTunes. Woody Close. Anyway.
Patreon.
Now we're good.
Bye.
Peace.
Peace.